Hey there and welcome. So if you're tuning into this, I'm guessing you're an educator, a professor, maybe an academic leader. Well, today I'm going to ask you to put down that red grading pen for just a minute and pick up a magnifying glass instead. We're turning you into data detectives. Your mission? To uncover the real narrative that's hiding right there inside your students' test results. In this explainer, we're diving into some fascinating material from Qorrect on exactly how to dig up those hidden stories.
There's this really powerful idea we need to unpack first. The source material states it perfectly. All exams tell stories not just about what students learn, but how they're learning, where they're stumbling, and what professors can do to enhance. I mean, think about that. Exams aren't just endpoints, right? They're not just some final hurdle a student has to jump over. They are literally a collection of clues. And when we flip the script and look at assessments as diagnostic tools instead of just finish lines, it completely changes the game. We stop just asking, hey, what grade did they get? And we start asking, how are they actually learning?
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to look at moving beyond the raw score, the anatomy of an analysis report, how to create these reports step by step, solving those tricky exam analysis challenges, and finally, we'll look at the real power of analytics.
All right, Section 1, Beyond the Raw Score. Let's just get right into it. You see, the fundamental problem we face in education right now is that we rely way too heavily on the final letter grade. Right? I mean, a B- tells you a student passed, sure, but it doesn't tell you why they missed the mark. Or worse, if half your class just completely missed the exact same concept.
And that brings us to the main tool we're looking at today, the Exam Result Analysis Report. Now, this is not just some massive, boring spreadsheet of grades. It's a detailed evaluation that goes way beyond that raw score to actually examine student performance, learning outcomes, and broader assessment trends. We're basically trading in that old-school method of just slapping a grade on a paper for a really comprehensive, data-driven approach.
Think of this report as that magnifying glass we talked about earlier. It takes those raw scores and magically transforms them into strategic insights across your subjects and departments. It lets you pinpoint exactly where those learning gaps are. It evaluates if your curriculum is, actually working and helps you make truly data-driven decisions for improvement. Plus, and this is a big one, this level of deep analysis aligns perfectly with what academic accreditation bodies are constantly asking for.
Okay, moving on to Section 2, Anatomy of an Analysis Report. So what exactly should we be looking for when we pull one of these?
Well, a standard, well-structured report gives you this incredible 360-degree view. It gives you the what with student performance summaries, like averages and grade distributions. It gives you the who by identifying your top and low performers so you know exactly who needs support. And it gives you the how through subject-wise trends, comparative analysis across different terms, and really clear, actionable recommendations. And the best part? It wraps all of this up into visualization charts, like graphs and pie charts, making the data totally intuitive at a glance.
But here is the absolute game changer, right here, question-level insights. It is the ultimate clue for spotting confusing or poorly structured questions. Look, if 80% of your absolute best students totally bomb question 14, you don't have a student problem, right? You have a question 14 problem. Maybe it was worded weirdly. Identifying that is exactly how you refine your future assessments.
Which brings us to Section 3, creating reports step by step. Because let's be totally honest here, trying to generate a report this detailed manually would take you weeks. But the Qorrect platform actually proposes a pretty slick solution for this.
The source outlines this really smart 6-step process used by Qorrect. First, you just upload and integrate your exam data straight from your existing systems. Step 2, it uses standard rubrics to autocorrect or verify the scores. Step 3, it maps those results right to your learning outcomes. Then it runs that crucial question-wise performance analysis we just talked about, generates those pretty visual reports, and finally, lets you securely share and export the whole thing. It's entirely designed to just eliminate all that complicated manual grunt work that usually bogs down academic staff.
Now, I really want to highlight Step 3, because this right here is the breakthrough. By linking each specific question, and therefore every single student's result, directly to predefined learning objectives, you're evaluating true competency. You're no longer just measuring how well a student can memorize a textbook chapter. You're measuring genuine understanding.
All right, Section 4, solving exam analysis challenges. Because we have to acknowledge the real-world headaches educators face when dealing with all this assessment data, don't we?
When we look at common obstacles versus the Qorrect solution, a pretty clear pattern emerges. That heavy administrative burden, data overload and time constraints, is directly countered by built-in automation and super fast processing. Inconsistent grading and human error?
solved by standardized rubrics and accurate autocorrection. And that old reality of having zero standard formats and super limited insights is totally replaced by customizable formats, real-time dashboards, and really deep analytics.
We are literally talking about a profound shift here. It's moving from the dark ages, where you're doing manual grading, staring at isolated spreadsheets, and just kind of guessing where the learning gaps are, to a brand new paradigm, one with automated visual reports, real-time feedback, and data-driven teaching strategies. By eliminating the headache of manually crunching all those numbers, professors are finally freed up to do what they actually signed up for, teaching and improving student outcomes.
And that perfectly sets up Section 5, the power of analytics. Let's just zoom out for a second and look at the long-term institutional impact of all this.
As academic leaders, you already know that this isn't just about downloading a new piece of software. It's about fostering a real culture of quality education. Doing this kind of deep exam result analysis is absolutely essential because it drives continuous improvement across the whole institution. It monitors overall teaching effectiveness. It empowers professors with actionable real-time feedback that they can use right now, not next semester. It ensures your assessments actually align with course objectives, and it massively enhances transparency and accountability for accreditation.
The ultimate takeaway from our explainer today is this. By integrating a specialized system like Qorrect, universities get way more than just a reporting tool. They adopt a strategic partner in quality assurance and educational improvement. It scales these vital, granular insights across the entire university, securely, intelligently, and efficiently.
So, I want to leave you with this final kind of provocative thought. Take a hard look at your own assessment workflows today. Think about all that data just sitting in your learning management systems. Are your exams telling the whole story? Are you acting as a data detective, uncovering the hidden narratives in your students' performance? Or are you just looking at the grades? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Go out there and start looking for the stories behind your scores.